All right, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Happy Saturday to everybody. I'm gonna wait just a minute for a couple of people to come on in. Come on in. We got a couple of things we got to talk about, and I really kind of want to address some couple of things right now that are um, that are on the table right now. Specifically with Mad Dog Russo from ESPN, he kind of made reference to Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma. I want to talk about that. So come on in for a minute. I know it was unannounced, but you guys come on in. How's everybody doing? This is a great Saturday. You guys know. Oh, that's my brother. What's up, man? Happy Saturday to you. Fight on, my brother. Fight on. How you doing, man? Man, where in the world you been at? Uh, Hoover Dunk. Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man? Hey, happy Saturday to you, man. Oh, now you want to come in, Nate. Oh, so you want to come in now? But let me explain this to you real quick. Uh, USC is the better program, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. So you want to come in, and it's ironic. You know what's ironic? It's because you come in right after this announcement, huh? I see what's going on. What's up, big man? Way better program. I already know. Jamie, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Fight on, my man. Raul, what's up, my brother? What's the word? Born again from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What's the word? James Booker, what's going on? So look, let's talk about this, man. I got a couple things on the table. I just want to greet a couple of people. Kids aren't buying the dog work. Hey, they'll buy it after the season. Listen, we gotta fight. We gotta get ready to get the season going. I'll put the other stuff behind me. Listen, they committed. These guys are committed in July. You got to remember, it's all the way to December until actual signing day comes up. So we don't have to worry about. What we do have to worry about is the season actually going, the season actually starting, and making sure we have a good product on the field. If we don't have a product on the field, then we really lost in the sauce. No, it's historical fact. what historical fact? More chips. Hey, man, listen, at this point, we got to let the chips fall where they may be. We got to let the chips go, and we're going to move and groove in the season. That's all we can do. And I'm telling you, I'm so concentrated on, I wasn't even focused. I wasn't even enthused about seeing this decision, whether it went one way or the other. But I'm real focused on the season. Give us the news. Listen, no, now all the Oklahoma fans want to come. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? So look, let's talk about this, man. It's Mad Dog Russo. Mad Dog Russo from ESPN. You guys know we talked about this. I'm gonna play this in just a second. He had a little situation with Paul Feinbaum. Paul Feinbaum was getting into it with a couple of guys on ESPN. You guys know how he blasted Lincoln Riley. And you're absolutely right. They're absolutely lurking all over the place. But he blasted Lincoln Riley. So a couple of days in a row, you had Mad Dog Russo that came and blasted him, right? And I'm gonna give you guys some of this. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the super chat. 11 national championships and 8 Heisman Trophy. You're absolutely right. So he was blasted by Lane Kiffin and he was blasted by Mad Dog Russo. So it was 2 days in a row. So that shows you that Paul Feinbaum's absolutely lost in the sauce. Now, I want to get into some information that I cannot believe. Where are all these Oklahoma fans coming from? The only reason you guys are coming in here right now is because you guys got a commitment. Where are you coming from? We got more national championships. We got more Heisman Trophy winners. And guess what? Bishop, thank you very much. Hey, Bishop, will you pray for your fan base, please? Please, Bishop, pray for your people. USCJ, tell me, my brother, I love you. But anyway, I got my mom. She's getting ready to start a podcast. She wants to see how I do it. USC claims any natties they can't get. Yeah, right. Listen, do you guys remember when USC played Oklahoma in the national championship, 55-15? And guess who was the defensive coordinator? Can I remind you of that? It was your head coach, Brent Venables. Yes, he came from Clemson, but guess what? He was the defensive coordinator. Let me get into this. And so Paul Feinbaum was into it with Mad Dog Russo, and I'm going to play this real quick. There's a couple of things I want to touch on, and I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Is Mad Dog Russo correct in the information that he shared? Yes, they will get into it, screaming and hollering, but listen to this. Let me get into this.
was their record before he got there the year before? Did they lose 5 games? 4 games?
But Doggy, in the transfer, I mean, he brought a bunch of players. He brought the best player in the country with
him. And won a Heisman Trophy with him.
Didn't get much out of him.
And he won a Heisman Trophy at a place where they win Heisman with Marcus Allen and Charles White
What did it?
and Simpson.
How many trophies did? How many
Carson Palmer.
trophies did he hold up?
Well, hold on now. You're talking about Heisman Trophy at USC. That means everything. Carson Palmer, Leinart, Reggie Bush, Simpson. They love Heisman trophies, and he brought a Heisman Trophy there. That counts. That counts.
I mean, you're using
they love Heisman
O.J.
trophies at
Simpson as
USC.
the reason why USC is good? Come on,
It's USC. They've been around since 1910. New Buckney, USC. That's why. It's a much better program than Oklahoma.
Okay, you guys heard it right there. He said it's a much better program from Oklahoma. Come on, USC fans. I'm going to allow you to tap in. I'm about to put the link. You guys want to share your thoughts? I'm putting the link right there in the chat for those who want to come on. You guys, all you got to do is hit that link, and I will bring you on. Now, I'm only going to bring the ones on that I'm very familiar with because I don't want anybody, lost in the sauce on camera and, doing anything crazy. Albert, I want to say a big prayer for you, man. Jay, I just was at the hospital yesterday, broken ankle. Hey, man, I'm praying for you, man. You heal up well, man. We're not young like we used to be, bro. Don't be doing backflips in the backyard. I don't know how you did it, but hey, I'm praying for you, Albert. Albert, I want to see that new hat that you got too, man, because I know you got new ones. What the all-time head-to-head record between USC and Oklahoma? I know the last head-to-head was 55-15. Hey, thank you very much, Nate. And Riley recruited players while the coach at Oklahoma. Anybody who wants to come on in, you can hit this StreamYard link that I just put in there, and you guys can come on in and voice your opinion. You're more than welcome to come on. Mad Dog and Firebar are both. Oh, hey, listen, I'm giving Mad Dog his love, though, because Mad Dog kept it real. He said Lincoln Riley, he said Lincoln Riley was a much better coach. The program was much better. And he said it himself. Yeah, man, you got to take care of that ankle, man. Oklahoma fan says USC is the unshaven. Yeah, right. American society can't draw 35,000. Man, I don't even know what you're talking about. Jeff, what's up, my man? Jeff, if you want to come on in, Half-Breed, if you want to come on in, hit that link, that StreamYard link that I just sent in there, and you guys can come on in and come on live with me. I think you have 10 of 22 in the, Sooner stocking. Yeah, I know. They're stocking like crazy. Half-Breed, what's up, my man? What's up, Jay? Yeah, we are fight on one of the best, if not the best, when it comes to the program. Absolutely. You can't dispute that, man. Nobody can dispute that. Absolutely, Albert. Both schools are historical blue bloods, and I'm not discrediting Oklahoma for being a blue blood. I know they're blue bloods, but at the end of the day, Mad Dog said it himself, and he was correct. USC is that school. They have historically. I think he even said since 1907. Let's see. Oh, this is Bishop. Okay. Come on in, Bishop. Historically. I think he even said since Bishop, how you doing?
Good, man.
Talk to me, Bishop.
Man, it's just another Saturday.
Yeah. It's another Saturday, Bishop.
That's it. We just got to keep stacking days. Can't nobody win right now. We're just trying to put the right pieces together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bishop, how's everything on your end, man? So, Bishop, if I'm not mistaken, you are in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir. Fort Sill.
So, yeah, at Fort Sill. Wow. My daughter was actually, she did her training at Fort Sill.
Yeah. No doubt.
So you all the way a USC fan though, right, Bishop? You all the way. Don't have Stevie, Bishop. Come on, Bishop.
Come on, bro. Look, I came on because I got nothing but love for you. But you
I know, Bishop.
I know.
Hey, I got big love.
But hey, On a serious note, the bottom line is you guys got to keep doing what you're doing. The main thing is that you got rid of the dead weight. Now just
Absolutely.
keep moving forward. Don't look back. And
Absolutely.
everybody's bored, so you're gonna get a lot of stuff going on both sides. So
No
y'all
doubt
just
about it.
keep doing what y'all doing, man. That's all I
And
wanted to say.
hey, you know what though, Bishop? I gotta, and I think a lot of people get it mixed up. When I first started, it was so many Oklahoma fans coming here, but there was a lot of animosity between the Oklahoma fans and the USC fans. But my buddy, he did a show. He's with Hall of Fame. I was on his show the other. Oh, you were in there. I think you came in there, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I
Yeah,
was.
that's right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, he may be coming on tomorrow. But he's actually a friend of mine. We kind of connected since we've been doing this podcast thing, and he's a big time Oklahoma guy. And
Right.
like I tell him, it's always okay to agree to disagree. But
Oh, doubt.
when shots are fired from a negative standpoint, you just gotta bring it back to full circle and say, look, we all human beings here. This
Right.
you can't take it as serious. Some people take this stuff serious, Bishop.
It's
Too serious.
summertime. They ain't got they're just like all of us. We waiting for the season to start. We get you.
Absolutely. Well, Bishop, I got another one coming in. I
All right,
definitely
then.
appreciate you. Hey, stay
Hey, good
blessed.
luck to y'all in the season and do your thing.
Okay. Hey, God bless you, Bishop. I appreciate you.
God bless you.
All right. Man, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
USCJ, fight on, baby. How you doing?
Fight on, man. How you doing?
Man, hey, we gonna get right to it. We ain't gonna waste no time because we know you got a lot of people trying to get on here. There's
Yeah.
seven different ways how you can gauge a great program, right? And how you can break this thing down. When we crushing Oklahoma, it's not even close. We
Yeah.
got the most Hall of Famers in the history of the National Football League.
Yeah.
We got more players historically drafted than Oklahoma. We got more
Absolutely.
national championships. We got more Heisman trophies. We got more tradition. Like when you go to the Coliseum and you see those numbers up there, now that Reggie Bush number is up there with OJ in the man. Come on, man, it don't
Yeah.
get no bigger than the Trojan.
That's
It
real
don't.
talk. Real
It
talk,
don't.
man. Yeah, that's real talk. You spitting out facts. And in the proof, like they say, man, the proof is in the pudding, man.
Yes,
The
sir.
proof is in the pudding.
And just recently, since one thing Paul Finebaum forgot to leave out, they call Bob Stoops Big Game Bob. He won his first national championship, I think, in '99, right? After that,
Right.
I think he went to the national championship 2 or 3 more times, got blown out in every other national championship he played in, and
Right.
he was irrelevant on the grand stage.
Big
Okay,
time.
you want to talk about Lincoln Riley? Yeah, Lincoln Riley came straight in. He handed a decent program to Lincoln Riley. When Lincoln Riley got the USC job, we just coming off of sanctions. We got a quasi death penalty. You
Yeah,
know,
big time. They
so
tried to kill us. They tried to kill us all the way, man. They tried to SMU us, but USC was able to survive that. And people don't realize recruiting has took a hit as a result of that. But now, now we're coming out of that. And now the key to it is that the USC, the NIL, and all that stuff start really, because I think they're scared from what happened in the past. And so we got to allow that part to catch up. And I think we'll really be in it to win it. But USC has the resources, man, to make it happen.
yeah. Only thing that I be frustrated about them with that is, okay, I can understand you being scared before Tennessee basically handed the NCAA they chops. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They kick their butt in court, and now
yeah.
the floodgates open. Miami being the cheating. I don't understand for the life of me how we stayed on probation that long when you had the Shapiro thing in Miami and in
Are you there? You kind of broke up.
State.
Right, right. I think you kind of broke up a little. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Christian, hold on for 1 second. Are you still there? for whatever reason. Can you hear me? I can't hear you either. Let me take this off. Can you hear me? Man, I don't know what happened. Can you hear me? You froze up or something. Man, I think you froze up, man. I think you froze up. Christian. Man, I don't know what. I don't even know what happened. Hold on for 1 second. Can you hear me? Man, I don't know what in the world. If y'all can hear me, give me a second here.
I can hear you now. Yeah. Can you hear me, Sil?
Okay, yeah, I hear you now. You were freezing up a second, but let me take this other one. I appreciate you coming in, my brother. Christian.
What's going on, man?
What's good, family?
Man, can't call it.
Everything good, bro?
Man, other than this fine bomb being lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
I know we've been talking about it on IG as well and all that, but this man is crazy, man. But how I feel about fine bomb, I don't even think he means to believe the stuff he says. I think he's really just trying to get the OU fan base out there in their seat, and no better way than to bash Riley to get the OU listeners on his podcast, on his shows, and to start following him. I don't even think he believes the stuff he said. Like,
it's
and what? Go ahead.
It's clickbait type stuff. You saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He can't believe the foolishness he's saying. One thing that bothers me is not just with him, it's with every analyst. They keep talking about that Riley has not figured out that he needs a defense, but they don't understand what's going on in LA. Obviously, he has with the staff that he's brought in, and everyone's failing to mention the staff. You say it all the time. They're failing to mention the great staff that he's brought in from on every level, not just the defensive coordinator, but on every level of the defense to get this thing created. I mean, a mass change, and I mean he's bringing in people with national championship head coaching criteria from North Dakota State. You know what I mean? Coaches that have big time pedigrees, and this is position coaches.
Right.
So they're lost in the sauce, and they're not going to ever give us the credit or even Riley what he's doing. I mean, 2 years removed from Oklahoma. I mean, 1 year removed from a Pac-12 championship when Caleb got injured. I mean, we were rolling. I mean, it's one bad season he's had. I mean, in I don't know how many years. And my biggest thing is Ryan Day at Ohio State, Dan Lannon at Oregon, with more talent, more resources, better NIL, and they have done absolutely nothing. But why is the pressure not on them? Why is the pressure not on them?
But you know what's crazy is, and that's that's an excellent point. And I bring up, of course, you guys know I do it all the time, but I bring up Mario Cristobal and what he's done, 5-7 at Miami. Then he went 7-5 this past season. 2 seasons where he had 2 bad seasons. And Lincoln Riley, even Brent Venables, you know, he had a pretty decent season last year, although they didn't beat the Arizona team that we beat last year. They ended up losing against them in the bowl game. But the year before, Brent Venables, you know, 6 wins, I think, 7-6 or 6-7. And so, you know, you got to put these things in proper perspective, man. And they got to call it like it is and really just understand that, look, 8-5 is not really, you know, to our standards, of course, it's a bad season, but 8-5 is not really that bad of a season when you really just look at it compared to other programs. Now, we're not looking for 8-5, but hey, it is what it is. I think USC has a lot to your point, has a lot to build on, basically because of the fact that this coaching staff is here, man. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like I said, Baum is just a hater, and he wants some OU followers. He don't believe the stuff that's coming out of his mouth. Not not
Right.
one bit at all. He can't. He can't.
No,
he
he don't.
can't.
No,
Anybody outside the SEC, he's gonna find something to say. But he's an SEC bias, so I always say he shouldn't speak on nothing but SEC, and he really shouldn't speak on that. That's how I feel about Feinbaum.
I don't even. You're right though. I don't even know if how much he even knows actually about the game of football itself. You hear him make comments and references to coaches, but you never hear him talk about the ins and the outs of the
The
game,
ins
man.
and outs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's just more so. I don't even know if it's commentary. I don't even consider that commentary. He's just sitting up there talking, So, but yeah, man. Yeah, I totally agree with you, man.
Yeah, he's recently he's gotten on Prime at Colorado. I know he has a little fixation with Dabo Sweeney as well, but down in Clemson. But I think like you said, it's clickbait. He
Yeah,
wants people to watch and comment on it. He don't believe the stuff he say, so he
yeah,
just say things at times just to get ratings, get people watching, get people talking about him. And for some reason, they keep putting him on the air. But he definitely. And one crazy thing he said is that he's been to Norman, Oklahoma, and he's been to Los Angeles, and
yeah,
Norman, Oklahoma was better than Los Angeles. That
yeah,
was the craziest. That was like
yeah.
the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. And nobody, nobody in their right mind have been to Norman, Oklahoma, and been to. We're not going to even just say LA. Take any city out of Southern California, and they're going to say that Norman is better than LA, San Diego. I mean, San Jose, Rialto, I mean, all that's better than Norman.
Yeah, man. No, man. Hey, and Lincoln Riley didn't come over here just for nothing. I mean, you're talking about $100 million, and every time you see during the recruiter trips, you see these big houses on the beach, man. It's absolutely
Man,
crazy, man. You know how the viewers is crazy. He shows the recruits. So I don't knock Oklahoma. I don't knock the city itself. But if you want other opportunities, big city opportunities, you come to LA and get it in.
I mean, and let's not forget as well that even Riley and the AD and the program was and OU was on two different paths anyway, which is probably why he even entertained the league. Right, so he had some unhappiness with it. It wasn't that he was running from the SEC or that. It was some things he seen was coming down the pipe that he was asking for, and him and the program were two different visions. So he was like, okay, I got this opportunity. Let's get up out of there. And my thing for the OU fans and even Paul Farmbine is Riley don't say anything about OU. Y'all seen them. Y'all talk all this bad stuff about Riley, but y'all
Yeah,
seem to be mad because he gone.
yeah.
Y'all seem to
Hey,
hold a grudge because he gone. So
so let me ask you this, and without being biased, if I were to ask you who is on a better path right now, from a conference standpoint, who do you think will have more success in the conference, whether it's the SEC or the Big Ten, Oklahoma or USC? And you can kind of tell me what you think about that.
man, without even I'm gonna take I would say USC only because of the coaching staff, and Riley has always been great offensive minded. We all know the one thing that he's always lacked is the defense. And as a head coach, we got to remember Riley hopped into head coaching. I mean, at a young age, so he's learning on the go, and you can see his involvement with what he did in this offseason. The man fired his best friend.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah,
he didn't want to. He had to. So we see the evolution in the staff he's brought in, and
yeah,
we see that he's only been at USC 2 years. I mean, I know we're in this popcorn society now where people want to win the national championship in 1 year, but in order to change a culture, to build a program, I mean, even to be successful in your first year is great because it's hard to do that, right?
right,
You
right.
got to weed out the bad. You got to bring in your style of players. You got to get on the recruiting trail. I mean, really what happened, even as a USC fan, that first year kind of spoiled us because now our expectation is that we're competing every year. But he came in and overachieved, I believe, in that first year with
Yeah,
the program he took in and the players that we had. Even with hitting the portal, how quickly he turned it around. So I think the future is brighter for you at USC because um, Riley offensively, they're going to be able to recruit. They're changing their defensive mindset. I mean, you look at the schedule. Some people have us as the number one. Some have us as the number two toughest schedule in the next. So we're going to have TV time this year. With all
Yeah.
those big games, all those big games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. TV time is going to be crazy. TV time
matters.
will be absolutely crazy, man. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, I brought up some information that came from a show. My buddy, that's an Oklahoma guy, he has a podcast, and he had a guy on this show that did, it's the matrix, the analytics matrix that they had.
Yep,
And
I've seen that video.
Yeah, they got USC actually going against Ohio State, believe it or not, in the Big Ten championship. Now we have to, of course, we got to put boots on the ground and we got to make it happen. But we'll see exactly what happens as it relates to that.
And I believe we can have a great season. For one, I wasn't one of the people who was scared of the Big Ten. I always felt like that the last 2 or 3 years, the Pac-12 was by far the toughest conference in college football.
Man,
I don't care what no one says.
Stay right there for a second, because when you're talking about the toughest conference, I totally agree. Because you look at, I don't think we're gonna have to face an offense like a Oregon, like a Washington, like in any of these schools, Arizona. I don't think we're gonna face any type of offense like that. And I think that's the point that's really being missed between a lot of these commentators and analysts. They're looking at it from that perspective. Not only did we improve our defensive coaching staff, but we're not gonna face any offense like that.
Mm-hmm. And what the Big Ten is going to be surprised about is the speed of the teams that's coming in for the Pac-12. I mean, you can remember 2 years ago, Oregon came into Columbus and put it on Ohio State, and they couldn't keep up with the speed of Oregon. And so I wasn't one of those that was afraid of the Big Ten, because I know for sure a lot of these commentators, Kirk Herbstreit is biased. We ain't like get on him. Paul Feinbaum is definitely biased.
Yeah.
They're on this SEC, Big Ten kick. But the last 2 or 3 years, the Pac-12 has by far been the toughest conference out there from top to the bottom, as far as the great teams. I want to say last year, before Washington State fell off, we had about 7 teams in the top 15 for a good 6 or 7 weeks of the season. And we were beating teams out of the Big Ten, out of SEC, out of Big 12. But what happened is we started to knock each other off in conference play. And even before that, when we had before Riley even got there, that's what Pac-12. Everybody said, "Oh, Pac-12 can't get to the." problem was everybody was knocking each other off in conference. We had more parity where teams were closer together. If you look at the SEC. You look at the SEC, even when Saban was there, you go back to 2003 with Auburn and LSU and all that. If you look at each season for the SEC, top to bottom, it wasn't great. They had two great teams. They had 2 teams that was good in the conference, and everybody else was mediocre and all that. But since they won the national championship, we created this narrative that the SEC is the best conference when they didn't have that parity. You look at the Big Ten prior to this year, every year it's just going to be Ohio State and Michigan. No one else in that conference is going to compete. You had 2 great teams who killed everybody with recruiting, and then everybody else was just on the bottom with not much to do. We're more compared to compete in the Big Ten, I believe. I think Texas is going to even struggle in the SEC. Coming from the Big 12, OU and Texas in the Big 12, I don't feel that their schedules were very strong. Again, the parity and competition wasn't there, and they still have some struggles there. So I even think Oklahoma and Texas is gonna struggle there.
Yeah, I think because Texas has the better quarterback, Quinn Ewers, and they do have a little bit of firepower. I think they may have more success, in my opinion, than Oklahoma. But I'm very curious to see how Oklahoma's going to perform this year. Just it's going to definitely be a battle. We'll see how it lines up, but I kind of tend to agree with you on that.
Now, and as far as Texas, I don't feel they'll struggle this first year because of the schedule. Their schedule is very, very bad. It's very easy, right? They'll probably be favored all except one game this year. And I mean, their out of conference is very bad. You look at our out of conference, it's nothing compared to our other
No,
conferences.
well, it's crazy that you say that because I pulled up yesterday an SEC school. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I pulled up. I think it was toughest schedule. I pulled up toughest schedules, toughest football schedules because I wanted to kind of see this 2024, and I saw how biased they are. They put, I think this was a 24/7 Sports ranking, but they had, here it is right here. They had South Carolina at number 1. Now here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you why they're so biased and how they're so biased. South Carolina had the number 1 toughest schedule. Now they have it at Florida. They must have changed it, but they had.
Most have Florida at number 1 and us at number 2, or us number 1 and Florida number 2.
Well, South Carolina number 4 now. But here's the thing: they play some of these teams that they play is absolutely ridiculous. They play Wofford, which is a 1AA school. They play, who else do they play? And they play Old Dominion. And so here's the thing: you play 2 1AA schools, and you consider to have one of the toughest. Really, if you got 2 1AA schools, you should automatically be eliminated from anything to be connected to the toughest schedule in the country. You're eliminated. USC should really have the toughest schedule. Non-conference game is going to be Notre Dame, right? Then you can have Utah State, but LSU. Come on, I mean Utah State still plays against teams like Boise State, Fresno State. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they're playing in 1AA schools. So yeah, I totally agree. But man, I definitely appreciate you coming on, man. Listen, for all those who want to tap in, you guys are more than welcome to come on in. I'm going to get the phone line set up. And look, if you guys don't want to show your face, all you got to do once you click on it is put no for camera, and it'll still have the audio. That way, until I get my call-in system going, you guys could call in without actually putting your face on there. So, hey, thank you for the super chat. Ready to rumble. Salute, Big J. You are spitting facts. Paul Feinbaum is a bozo dude. Hey, thank you for the $5 super chat. I definitely appreciate you. Yeah, he's absolutely bozo. He's lost in the sauce. So hey, Christian, man, you a long-time supporter, man. I definitely appreciate you.
Appreciate
coming
you, man.
On. All right, my
you
brother.
have a great one.
Hey, stay blessed, man. I appreciate you. Jeff, you got a lot to say, man. If you want to come on without the camera or with the camera, you're more than welcome to come on and voice your opinion. If you want to come on without the camera, once you hit it, you have to click no for camera, and then you can speak without having the camera on. So you're more than welcome. Here, I'll put it again because I think once these comments get rolling, it kind of gets way down there. That's it right there, the link. All you got to do is click on that for those who wanted to come on. So yeah, let's see. We are paying them NIL needs restructuring on our end, but we are paying. Yeah, absolutely. Petty John didn't go to OSU because the money was better. No, I totally agree. And I told you guys this, those who were connected, Petty John was not an NIL issue. Petty John was a football decision. And I told you guys that already. It was a straight up football decision that Petty John wanted to go. And look, his mom was from Cincinnati, Ohio. Family's most likely out there, even though he's from the state of Texas. So Petty John made a football decision and being connected close to the family as well. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that, Jeff. Totally agree. Bukar would have started. He might have not. You can't dismiss Carlon Jones, man. Hey, shout out to you, Joe. I appreciate you coming in. You can't dismiss Carlon Jones at all. Hey, the whole thing needs to be restructured. Everything. We'd love to, Jay, but a bunch of little kids. And that's okay. I appreciate you, man. But Bukhari is a project. I don't know about a project, but, I mean, he's 6'3", 315 pounds. What do you consider a project? I mean, I don't know if you watched the guy film. His film is incredible, explosive, great potential, not ready to start right away. He might not be ready to start right away. I don't know if he is or not. I know that the dude is super explosive. I've seen him playing, and he's a straight-up baller. So look, man, happy Saturday to everybody. If that's it, nobody else calling in, I'm about to get out of here. I just wanted to tap in with you guys real quick and say happy Saturday to everybody. Let me make sure everything is good. And I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go grab something to eat. Every D-line recruit from Cali is not a fit for USC. And that's facts. 1 heart, 2 nonstop motor. That is an absolute fact. Let me make sure. No, Jay, 85 is bad. Not SC standard. Bro, don't put that. No, that's not the standard. But what I'm saying is it's better than what a lot of people, when you look at what Oklahoma did last year, went 6-7, and then you look at what Miami did. It's better than them. My whole point to that is we know what USC standard. USC standard is 10 wins every year. But what I am saying is this, is that teams like Miami, teams like Texas A&M, teams like Oklahoma that's had 6 and 7 win seasons, they need to magnify those opposed to magnifying what USC did in the 8-5 season. That's what I'm saying. USC is far superior than Oklahoma. Absolutely. So look, I'm about to get out of here. I didn't want to go longer than 40 minutes. Yeah, we had 36. I'm about to get out of here. Oklahoma won 10 games last year, but the year prior to that, they won 7-6, right? And got blown out by Texas. Ever since Lincoln Riley was here, Lincoln Riley has never been blown out. Name one game that he was blown out. I think it was the Red River shootout, Texas against Oklahoma last year. I saw that for myself. Texas blew out Oklahoma. And if I'm lying, hit me in the comments. Hey, Hoover Don, thank you for coming on, family. I appreciate you, man. I don't know what happened to the audio. It was messed up. I'm about to get out of here, but let me read this last one before I get out of here. I'm just saying it's a huge overreaction. Let's see us win and what the results will be. We have more than enough coaches and talent to go deep this year. NIL has improved each year. Yeah, it's improved, but it needs to get better. So look, I'm out of here, man. Happy Saturday. I got to go get me something to eat. And so look, everybody stay blessed. And I'm about to get out of here, man. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.